kind of had this warrior mindset as like, that this is what I want, I'm going to get this. It's my passion, and I look forward to seeing where hula takes me in life.
For more stories like this, visit GreatBigStory.com.
This is CNN.
Chinese soldiers are removing debris from the streets of Hong Kong after days of protests and universities under siege. Venice battles some of the highest floods in half a century. We'll talk to an expert trying to save the ancient city's artwork. And how does 19 straight hours on a plane sound to you? Richard Quest volunteered to find out what it's like on board the world's longest ever commercial flight. Hello, I'm Linda Kincaid. Welcome to CNN Newsroom. Well, for the first time in a decade, Hong Kong is in recession, battered by months of protests. Its world-renowned transportation system disrupted, markets falling, and international corporations are threatening to leave. Take a look at these pictures just into us. Members of the mainland Chinese military cleaning up after days of violence. The Hong Kong government says they didn't request for help and that the Chinese soldiers are helping voluntarily. Well, several prestigious Hong Kong universities have cancelled classes for the rest of the semester. That decision announced as protesters transform campuses into fortified protest camps, stockpiling weapons and food. CNN's Paula Hancock has more.
It really is a very different scene at this Hong Kong Polytechnic University this Saturday as it was on Friday. There are a lot fewer protesters here now. I daren't say the word lull, but it certainly does feel as though it's very different. There are still some of these so-called frontliners, these more radical elements who are guarding what they say the university. There's roadblocks everywhere around this area, and everywhere you look you can also see boxes of petrol bombs that are ready and waiting, they say, in case the police decide to come and clear them out. Now, one of the other universities, CUHK, which was really bedded down, and you could see they dug in for the long haul, those protesters have now decided to move away from there. They said they were just going to focus on one of the universities, but it definitely feels a little calmer. Now, the reason they're going for this one, it is a strategic decision, they say. This is the Cross Harbour Tunnel. This is one of the key transport links in Hong Kong. This links this area to the Hong Kong island, and there's also a subway and a railway terminus which has been shut down because of this. So they're really going for the disruption element at this point, and we've seen this across the city, that they are trying to cause as much disruption as possible. But it has been a particularly bad week here in Hong Kong. We have had the second protest-related death, a 70-year-old man who was a cleaner who was trying to clear away some of the road and got caught up and hit by a brick in a clash between anti and pro-government protesters. We also had one man being set on fire. There have been arrests with that. He's still in critical or stable condition in hospital. And then also a protester who was shot by a traffic police cop. So certainly it has been an extremely hectic week in Hong Kong, and among the worst violence that we've seen between protesters and police on Tuesday night at one of these universities. Paula Hancock, CNN, Hong Kong.
Well, to Paris now, where police are clashing with protesters who are back on the streets marking the first anniversary of the Yellow Vest protests. Police are firing tear gas to break up demonstrators, most of whom are not wearing the typical yellow vests. The movement began over fuel price hikes, but evolved into broader grievances over the cost of living and President Emmanuel Macron's policies. Melissa Bell joins us live from Paris with more on all of this. So, Melissa, we have seen those elements of unrest, the tear gas, the water cannons. What have you been witnessing?
Linda, I'm just going to show you what's happening here. This is the Place d'Italie in the south of Paris. One of the flashpoints of today is 1 year anniversary